Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Friday, August 8th, 2025. Today at noon, the Department of Justice has filings due in further support of its bid to unseal, at least partially, the grand jury transcripts, or will it be exhibits, from the case against Epstein, which was ended by his death in the building behind me, the MCC, reported death, and Ghislaine Maxwell, where she was convicted, sent to prison in Florida, but now in Texas. So we'll be covering those. We'll be covering them quite closely. So it's kind of a grab bag today. There's a case we've been following. Sikkema. He was the husband of a Brazilian gallerist with a studio here by the High Line that was murdered. The gallerist was down in Brazil. And initially, Sikkema was reputed to be behind the murder, but was charged with only passport fraud for trying to flee with their adopted son. But the U.S. then re-upped the charges to charge him with murder most foul. And now they've asked for an extension of a status conference we were going to cover, because they're going for the death penalty, as they're going against Luigi Mangione and also Jeezy Mula. Deshaun McBean. So the death penalty cases are starting to stack up here in SDNY, and we're covering them. Here's another one. This is something we're actually going to look into this morning. Late last night, there was a habeas corpus petition filed in the SDNY for a man named Zhongbo Zhu. He came in without documentation from China in 2002. He was ordered deported, or removed, as they say, in 2004. It never happened. Various other things happened that I won't get into. But recently they went to his home in Staten Island and picked him up. And according to his lawyers who filed the petition, as of yesterday at least, he was in 26 Fed Plaza, right down the end of the street, on the 10th floor, in a sort of informal detention or transit area. Now, I'm looking into this today, maybe heading over there. The 12th floor is where the actual court proceedings that people go to and are picked up in are. But the 10th floor is where people are held temporarily, and there the press is not allowed. But people, I've heard, try to open the elevator door and take a picture. In any case, that's not what I'm heading. I may be heading over there to check it out. There was also a case here. I hate to say this, but there was a gentleman from El Salvador, also without documentation, that was charged with CSAM. And I learned yesterday that after he was ordered released by this week's magistrate judge, he was picked up by ICE. But I asked where, because I looked in the hallway outside, I looked outside. Then they said, well, down in the bowels of the courthouse, where people are taken in a van to be taken to prison. But I'm not sure how that's possible, given that he was ordered release. He would not have gone down to 3B. So it's impossible to find out. And I think whatever side you are on all this, including the CSAM issue, and I think that's, I will say this is if you're already on tenuous ground, it's probably not a good thing to be engaging in. It's not a good thing in any event. But the UN doesn't know that. The UN, in fact, data dumps child rapes, described as such by its peacekeepers on its website, and then refuses all questions about them, preferring to pontificate about they're the only ones who can provide humanitarian aid. I don't think so. But if this is the last vlog of the week, have a good weekend.